Welcome back to Car Drive Next, at the place where we break down the latest, greatest, and most anticipated rides on the road. And today, we've got something truly special. It's the all-new 2025 Porsche Macan EV. That's right, Porsche's iconic compact SUV has gone fully electric, and it's here to shake up the segment with style, performance, and German engineering flair. Whether you're a Porsche purist or just EV curious, you're going to want to stay locked in for this one. Right from the first glance, the 2025 Macan EV strikes a strong presence. You instantly know it's a Porsche. It retains that unmistakable sports car DNA while pushing forward with a fresh, electrified edge. The front end is aggressive but elegant, featuring ultra-slim matrix LED headlights that are split from the daytime running lights for a futuristic look. The main beams sit low on the fascia, giving it a more grounded stance, while the sleek upper DRLs stretch horizontally, aligning with the hood creases to emphasize width. The new closed-off grille tells you it's electric, yet Porsche wisely avoids the blank, characterless face seen on some EVs. Instead, there's a sporty, sculpted front with active aerodynamic elements and functional air curtains that guide airflow efficiently around the car. Even the Porsche crest has been subtly reworked with a satin finish and nod to modern minimalism. Move to the side and the Macan EV's coupe-like profile starts to shine. It's slower and longer than its gas-powered sibling, thanks to the new PPE platform A. Its premium platform electric, co-developed with Audi. The wheelbase has been stretched, allowing for better proportions and more interior space. The flush door handles pop out as you approach, and the flowing roofline sweeps back into a fastback-style rear. Big wheels up to 22 inches fill the arches, and the side blades near the bottom of the door is subtly call back to the 911 turbo styling language. A rising beltline and tight overhangs add athletic tension to the shape, making it clear this isn't just a utility vehicle, it's a Porsche built to perform. At the back, things get even more futuristic. A full-width light bar now stretches across the rear, but it's more integrated, more refined, and crisper than ever before. The 3D effect Porsche lettering glows within the strip, and the tailgate design is cleaner, more sculptural. Aerodynamics play a huge role here, with a retractable spoiler that activates at speed, a heavily shaped rear diffuser, and carefully channeled air pathways to reduce drag. Notably absent are tailpipes, a visual indicator that we're firmly in EV territory now. But even without the exhaust growl, the Macan EV still projects a strong performance image from every angle. Step inside, and you're greeted by a cabin that feels premium, digital, and driver-focused, without losing the tactile quality Porsche is known for. The centerpiece is the triple-screen setup. A curved 12.6-inch digital instrument cluster sits directly in front of the driver, offering customizable displays that include classic Porsche dials, performance metrics, or navigation. To the right, a 10.9-inch infotainment touchscreen handles everything from media to climate and vehicle settings. And if you spec it right, your passenger also gets their own 10.9-inch display, a new trend we're seeing in premium EVs. This screen lets them adjust music, plan navigation, or just sit back and stream content without distracting the driver. The materials are top-notch, depending on your configuration. You get sustainably sourced leather, Racetex microfibers, or recycled materials with contrast stitching and ambient lighting throughout. Porsche's attention to detail shines in the switchgear, the knurled aluminum finishes, and the beautifully sculpted seats. These are both sporty and comfortable, offering heating, cooling, and memory functions. The flat-bottomed steering wheel, the floating center console, and the driver-centric layout all make this feel more like a cockpit than a family hauler. Practicality hasn't been forgotten either. Thanks to the flat floor and lack of a traditional transmission tunnel, there's more legroom and better storage in both rows. Rear passengers get generous knee space, and the sloping roofline doesn't compromise headroom as much as you'd expect. There's also a decent-sized trunk in the back, with a power liftgate and split folding seats, plus a front trunk A or front K for smaller items and charging cables. Under the skin, the 2025 Macan EV uses the new 800-volt PPE architecture, allowing for impressive performance and ultra-fast charging. At launch, there are two main variants, the Macan 4 and the Macan Turbo. The Macan 4 features dual motors and delivers 402 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, while the Macan Turbo kicks it up to 630 horsepower and a whopping 833 pound-feet. That means 0 to 60 in just 3.1 seconds for the Turbo A, putting it in serious sports car territory. Both versions come standard with all-wheel drive, using Porsche's new electronically controlled dual-motor system that continuously adjusts torque between the axles for optimal grip and dynamics. The rear motor does most of the work under normal driving, which helps efficiency and gives a more rear-biased handling feel, but the front kicks in instantly when needed. And this is still a Porsche, so there's real engineering magic in the suspension. Adaptive air suspension, active damping, rear wheel steering, and Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus are all on the table, depending on trim and options. The result is a vehicle that feels tight, agile, and engaging on twisty roads, far more so than you'd expect from an electric SUV. As for range, Porsche estimates around 300 miles for the Macan 4 and a bit less for the Turbo E, though real-world numbers will vary, thanks to the 800-volt tech. DC fast charging up to 270 kilowatts is supported, allowing a 10 to 80% top-up in just about 21 minutes at compatible stations. That's competitive, and future-proof for most users. Home charging is handled via a standard 11 kilowatts onboard charger, which will comfortably juice up the battery overnight. Now, let's talk numbers. The Macan 4 starts at around $80,000, while the Turbo comes in at roughly $106,000 before options. And Porsche being Porsche, the options list is extensive. Want ceramic brakes? Sure. Burmester audio? You got it. Custom paint colors, upgraded wheels, sport chrono? The configurator will keep you busy for hours. That said, even the base models come well equipped, and you're still getting the core Porsche experience with every version. So, who is the 2025 Macan EV4? Well, if you're looking for a high-performance electric SUV that doesn't compromise on driving dynamics, build quality, or brand cachet, this might just be your next daily driver. It bridges the gap between luxury, utility, and emotion, something few EVs manage to do. It's not just a tech showcase or a compliance vehicle. This is a car built with purpose, precision, and a clear focus on maintaining the Porsche identity in the electric age. And that's exactly what makes it stand out. While other EVs try to reinvent the wheel, Porsche evolves it. You don't get gimmicks here, just refinement, performance, and a familiar feel in a very unfamiliar powertrain world. Whether you're cruising through the city, carving canyon roads, or just soaking in the premium vibe, the Macan EV feels like a complete package. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into the 2025 Porsche Macan EV. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Car Drive Next, and drop a comment below. Let us know what you think about Porsche's electric direction. Is the Macan EV a hit? Would you choose it over something like the Tesla Model Y Performance, Audi Q6 e-tron, or maybe even a Rivian R2? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay charged, stay curious, and we'll catch you on the next ride.